Mr. Mayor, I know this might sound crazy to y'all, but I wonder how much money we're missing on not having package stores in one. You know, the thing that I see all over town, I see all these Bud Light cans in these ditches.
What about the wine bottles?
And wine balls. I say, good gracious alive, and we're not getting a penny off of it? That's tax money. And we're talking about, oh, go ahead. I mean, that's crazy. I just came up and picking up cans all over every place. And that's tax money that's going somewhere else.
Are you proposing liquor stores in Warren,
I'm not saying it could be in stores or whatever, but it needs to be somewhere that we can see something out of what we're picking up. You know, these folks going around picking up cans and everything else. There's more Bud Light. You find more Bud Light cans and Miller Lite cans in ditches than you're going to find Coke cans. Just look around your town and see. You go around, these people got these big places, baskets, some more beer cans. I don't understand it. They're just losing money.
Where are they coming from, those?
They're probably coming from, some of them are coming from the bootlegger that comes in from Dallas County and Drew County and Cleveland County, Jefferson County. But that's taxpayers' money. Oh, you got all these deer hunters in town now. That money's, it came from somewhere. I mean, they got plenty of it down to deer camp, I guarantee. We're not getting a penny off of it.
What's a growing number of people have been asking me about it the whole while. Some of them even in the courtroom now. They just, I don't have a good answer for them.
Why?
Well, I mean, that's just, I just said to say, okay, to marvel about it, I mean.
Does it not take someone to get a petition signed, and I don't know all the requirements of how many signatures and so forth, registered voters, and a wet, dry issue go on the ballot? Is that not the only way you can?
That'd be the way you do it. It's done by the township, and if Mr. Burks and Mr. Tolefree want to lead that petition, that would be up to them to lead that.
I would, the people I represent, I would be doing them a disservice if I wouldn't say that I would leave it, even though I've done research on it, asked leaders in the community, and some of them feel like you would split the community and a few other things, but I keep in mind who I represent. And I was proposed the question the other day, how would I feel if my kids had to be around drugs and liquor? And I had to catch myself before I snapped. You can leave my house and take 15 to 20 steps, and my kids are faced with everything in the world. So it goes back not to the issue of what they was faced with, it's simply the point, what have you raised them to believe in? And sometimes we get the issues confused. And like I say all the time, I would be doing a disservice to the people if I would say that I wouldn't support it on the people that I represent. And I kind of pride myself on that when I'm not doing their bidding, to get somebody else to sit back right here. I mean, that's a vote too. And the thing is, what sometimes is not what Joel Tolefree said, it's what the people are want of asking for and not receiving a good thing, because there is parts of money that we are fighting over for the BCIDC, the Chamber of Commerce, and not to even mention the monies that are wasted at Kids First. We got so many other things that cause things to fall off in the call for other systems, and we suck the taxpayers dry for supporting them type things. But if you look on the education side and on the Kids First, how many crack babies or alcoholic that was born into this world, and where are the funds coming from to try to take these things? You know, I would like to try to simulate something such as the cigarettes, for instance. They tax cigarettes every time you turn around now, just because it's an easy target to tax, and you're going to have any pushback from it because you have mad mothers against drunk drivers that have really made an effort in that thing. And then too, also at the same time, let's not keep our heads in the ground. You have dollar stores, which we are dollar store kings, I thought, around here for a long time, that are doing package stores. You know, you don't go and see a bunch of drunks and things down the street. It's another thing to that. But just for us to sit up here and want to say that we are a dry county, it's a joke. Because you can go anywhere you want to and get a 30-pack within 3 minutes from the courthouse. Not only that, I mean, you get to know, well, some people just make their orders. And they even got fights in other counties saying that they don't want us to do this. They do because they're going to put money into us because they would have to go out of business. And say what you want to say about me, but the thing about it is, people are not stupid, and they know what they want, and they're going to get it, and as long as it's legal, I don't know why they couldn't be heard for that. And then, what I really like about it, it doesn't matter what color you are, where you believe in, or what church you go to, you hear that coming from a lot of people. And I rest my case on that. And then that's the thing about it is, I always believe in grabbing the low-hanging fruit. And then another thing about this is, we're kidding ourselves if we're not breeding situations in the community where we're going to always have cesspools where people are going to get together and make plans on going up above the state trooper office and robbing somebody blind to support different habits. I mean, they have come that brazen and bold to go right by a state trooper office and rob somebody of four-wheelers, log splitters, and of this thing. I mean, we totally missing the boat on this. And then we're sitting here and talk about how we're underfunded with police officers and how we're not able to pay them. These are parts of money that we could use to designate for those type things. And say it as you may, but if we don't start listening to the people out there that we're supposed to represent, sooner or later you're going to get some stupid, somebody that's going to start that thing like they started today on the Facebook or internet, whichever it was, with people that want to leave the state of Arkansas and start their own government. I mean, come on, that was one of the most, I just can't think of a word to say behind something like that, but believe this, ignorance is a disease. And we got a disease that's been breeded around here. We want to hide our heads in the ground about it. But then the thing about it is, it's not really bothering the majority of us because we don't have to step over in that cesspool. And every day I wake up, I have to step out there in it. So we're kidding ourselves if it's not already here, but then we're also doing a disservice to the people that at least I represent if we don't try to capture that income to do some good with it, instead of trying to think that the police is going to be able to stop something like that, and which I know of, I've seen in the reports, and me reading my reports, that we've even scratched the surface on things like this. But economics, I found out in the U.S. government, a lot of times we don't go around fighting a whole lot of people, but when we shut them down on the price competition and things like that, I would imagine that if I wanted a six-pack and it was going to cost me $7 at one place, but I can go to one place and get it for $3, I imagine I'm going to get it for the $3. And there's no way that I feel somebody can do something underhanded like that and just get away scot-free and cause problems in the community the way they are, and not being able to pay for any of the recovery. You know, that even affects our school scores when we have kids going in like that. So what kind of thing have we got together to try to counteract these type things? Because they're out there. I mean, I deal with them every day, and then people look at me crazy when they say, well, yeah, Joe, why you go? I mean, just come over in my neighborhood. We force people to clean up these lots, but then at the same time, we just have empty lots, and here we have got a housing developer to come into the city of Warren, and we still haven't scratched the thing because we got it in the wrong place and people don't want it there. People about Warren want good housing. Bring it over there. We won't fight about it. And this very same issue that we're fighting about right now is going to be something that I could see would kind of divide a few people, because the ones that are totally against it will be just like the flood situations that we're faced in here. As long as they're kept in the back room, it's nobody's problem. But when you get outside in the sunlight, where do you really stand? And I stand for the people I represent. And if I'm misrepresented, I would hope they would have enough gumption about themselves to get a representative in there and take my spot. And I surely wouldn't oppose them for doing that. Because in my world, when somebody's not doing something you're hiring to do, you fire them. And it don't have a thing to do with being friends or being enemies. It's just business.
Nine A's call.